Hey guys, welcome back to our video class A2B level, right? From the book ID by Richmond. And we're going to continue talking about sports. But today we're going to emphasize some vocabulary that you're going to learn about specific equipment needed to practice sports, as well as rules of game. And we're going to study also about the use of the verb plus the infinitive and the verb plus the gerund combination. So we're going to review these grammar points so that we can learn better, right? And practice. Let's start. So let's start by trying to guess the name of this sport. Let's complete here. And the word is swimming. All right? So, when you go swimming, remember you are practicing a water sport. And now, let's go ahead and learn about the equipment that we need to practice some sport. Let's learn. So here we have some team sports. Pay attention to the first one. It is soccer. We need the cleats, a ball, a uniform, and to protect, we need frame and shin guard, right? So these are some equipment that we may use to practice soccer, right? So remember, in soccer, you get points by scoring a goal inside the goal. So let's remember, the players wear a special type of shoes called cleats, that in Portuguese we call chuteiras, right? And also shin guards to protect their legs from kicks. Now let's learn about baseball. So we have helmet, the ball, uniform, and the bat. So we have the mask and the mitt. In baseball, you hit the ball with a bat and the other players can catch the ball with a glove. You get points which are called rounds by finishing running around all four bases. Now let's talk about football. We have helmet, the ball, uniform, shin guard, and shoulder pads. They are protective equipment, right? In American football, you get points by scoring a touchdown, running with the ball into the end zone. Can you see? In the picture, we have the end zone and the goal post, right? You can also get points on a field goal, that is, kicking the ball between the goal posts. And now let's talk about basketball. We have the ball, the hoop, the tennis shoes, the uniform, and the backboard. Hockey is a sport that we need a helmet, puck, uniform, a stick, a mask, and gloves. In hockey, you get points by putting the puck into the goal using your stick. Hockey players wear skates on their feet. And now let's talk about water sports. The first one is swimming. We need the goggles, a swimsuit, and a cap. This one is snorkeling. What equipment? A snorkel, fins, and this one is scuba diving. We need fins, mask, tanks of oxygen, right? And the wetsuit. This one is surfing. If you like to go surfing, we need a board, surfboard, and then wetsuit for winter sports. Which one we can mention? Skiing. What equipment is necessary? The pole, the ski, and the boot, right? This one is ice skating. What is necessary? Skates and a dress. Snowboarding. Dangerous one, right? What do we need to practice? A board, technical. What about for cycling? Which sports equipment do we need for cycling? A bicycle? What else? A helmet. And bowling. Bowling is an activity that people love doing for fun. We need the ball, the pin. Tennis. What do we need for practicing tennis? A racket, net, and the ball, right? Together with the strap band. Now let's remember and review the verbs go, play, and do. Let's practice a little with the verbs go, play, and do. With the verb go, we talk about go fishing, go swimming, go running, exception, boxing. For he, she, it, we say goes. And with the verb play, remember that play is used for both sports and games, right? Especially the ones that have a team. Soccer, play golf, play chess, right? For he, she, it, plays. And the verb do, we say do fighting sports and do for workouts. So I say do yoga, do boxing, do aerobics, or he, she, it does. Let's continue talking about sports, but right now we're going to learn about specific equipment needed to practice some sports, as well as some rules of games, instructions, how to play the game. Remember that the word equipment, just like the words homework and information, they are uncountable nouns. So they do not have a plural form. You say sports equipment, right? So let's identify by the pictures from 1 to 10. Let's do the exercise. You're going to match the sports equipment according to the photos in the catalog, naming the different sports for each item, right? Let's check the pictures. So let's check the answers. Number 6, a bat. Fins. Number 3, gloves. Number 9, a helmet. Number 2, a mask. Number 7, a hoop with a net. Number 5, a puck. Number 10, a racket. Number 8, a snorkel. Number 1, and a stick. Number 4. So this is it. All right. Exercise A, we're talking about sports equipment. Now we're going to watch a video about a sport and you're going to try to guess which sport we're talking about. Okay? Pay attention to the description, how to play this game. Pay attention to the 6 of these objects here that are going to be mentioned there, right? So let's watch the video and describe here about this sport. Pay attention and try to guess. So, after watching this video, you could pay attention here about the 6 items from exercise A that you need to play this game. Let's check the answers. The 6 items that we need to play this game are a puck, a stick, gloves, fins, a mask, and a snorkel, right? Let's check the video again. We need masks, the snorkel. What else? Remember? The puck, the sticks, the glove, and duct tape, fins, right? Which instructions that we have to follow? Let's check. Secure your mask, snorkel up, jump in, line up on the wall, sprint for the advantage, and the most important one, hold your breath till you score, right? Now let's do this exercise. You're going to order the instructions that you saw in the video, right? From numbers 1 to 6. We have jump into the water, swim fast to get the puck, put your mask on, line up on the wall, put your snorkel on, hold your breath until you score a goal. Let's check the answers, organizing the instructions. So here are the answers. Number 1, put your mask on. Number 2, put your snorkel on. Number 3, jump into the water. 4, line up on the wall. 5, swim fast to get the puck. And number 6, hold your breath until you score a goal. In this exercise, you're gonna listen to people talking about how to play this game, and after the beat, you're going to guess which sport they're talking about, right? So pay attention to the audio.
So, you need a ball?
Yeah, and 2 big goals.
Right.
And, you pass the ball from one player to another.
Ooh, is it soccer?
No, sorry. You pass the ball with your hands.
Okay.
Yeah, and you have to put the ball down over the line to score.
Oh, is it American football?
No, you don't wear a helmet, but it's similar. You can kick the ball too.
I see, I think.
It's popular in Australia, New Zealand, Argentina, South Africa, Europe, and,
Got it! I know, it's...
So let's get the answers. Do you know the name of this sport? According to the instructions they talked about, it's very similar to American football. Which is it? Let's check. So the answer is rugby. Do you know how to play rugby? So let's watch a video about rugby. Pay attention.
Rugby was invented in the early 19th century as a variation on football. It's a team sport where each player can really go all out. Rugby is a 15-a-side team sport. The object of the game is to ground the ball behind the opponent's try line into what is called the in-goal area. Rugby is played both with the ball in hand and by kicking the ball. However, when the ball is being carried in hand, it can only be thrown or handed off backwards. This is because it's the progress of the player, not the ball, that's decisive in this sport. That is one difference between rugby and American football, although the two are often confused among lay people. It's a sport anyone who has a pair of football boots, sports gear and a mouthguard can play. But before getting started, these players at the Frankfurt Rugby Club practice a bit of technique, as coordination and ball control are essential in this sport. Rugby is a full contact sport. You have to learn to bring down your opponent. This takes toughness. Strength, craftiness and body control are of the essence. This is what is called a scrum. After many rule infringements, play is often restarted with a scrum. The forwards on each team crouch and bind together. They then shove and push each other to get to the ball, which is thrown into the scrum from the side.
Jawohl, super. Und schön halten, Jungs. Ja, genau. Und kämpft mal ein bisschen zu weit. Schieb mal ein bisschen dagegen. Jawohl, klasse. Okay, und stopp, Jungs. Sehr gut.
The ball is thrown in and the forwards lift one of their teammates above the scrum. He in turn tries to catch the ball and pass it to a teammate. This is called a line-out and is done when the ball has gone into touch.
Schön, Sven, klasse.
During the scrimmage at the end of the practice, there's no tackling, that is, no body contact. This is to keep these novices from getting injured. Here, this player finds the right spot, catches the ball and grounds the ball in the goal area. Even beginners can score points. Getting into rugby is easy. Anyone can play, and the younger you start, even beginners can score points. Getting into rugby is easy. Anyone can play, and the younger you start, the better. Starting as a child is ideal, as rugby is the perfect.
Now let's go ahead and talk about the common mistakes people make saying make goals. It's not correct. The correct form is score goals. So you say you score goals by putting the ball in the net. You don't say you make goals, all right? In this exercise, you're going to pay attention. We have some instructions how to play game. We have catch the ball, hit the ball, shoot the ball, and the last one, kick the ball. So when we talk about a sport, we talk about the instructions, the rules, how to play this game, how to practice this sport, and we also mention the sports equipment we need to practice, right? So our next live is gonna be on April 14th, and there you're going to talk about a sport, talk about the name of it, and you also mention the sports equipment, right? So don't forget, take a look at the example. You need a ball and a bat. The batter needs to hit the ball, and then you talk about the instructions how to play the game. All right? If it is a team, how many members you should have on this team. All information necessary to understand how to play the game and the objects, the sport equipment necessary to practice this one, right? Describe the rules, the steps, the instructions, and the equipment. In the end, we're going to try to guess the name of the sport you are describing, right? So this is it. Prepare your presentation for the next live on April 14th, right? It's part of your AP2, right? Just to help you a little with this task, let's complete here the definitions from letter A to letter E with a preposition that makes sense here, right? And match them to the sports. So we have letter A. Use a mask and an oxygen tank to swim under the water. You can wear fins to swim more efficiently. The preposition used here in letter A was under. You swim under the water. So it is scuba diving, right? Letter A, scuba diving. Letter B, use your arms and legs to move the water. You don't need any equipment, which is letter B. And what preposition do you use to complete here? So this sport you move, what? Complete with the preposition and check according to the definition which sport we're talking about. In letter C, use your hands to hit a ball, a net. Complete with the preposition. There are 6 people on each team, and the first to win 3 sets of 25 points wins. Letter C. Use your hands to hit a ball, complete with the preposition. A net. There are 6 people on each team, and the first to win 3 sets of 25 points wins, right? Letter D. Use a bat to hit a ball and then run the bases, complete with a preposition that matches here the idea. Players on the other team will try to catch the ball and they wear gloves for protection. If they catch the ball, you're out. And the last one, letter E, use your feet to kick a ball, complete with the preposition, a go. One player on each team can use their hands to stop the ball. So, after completing with the right preposition, try to identify the name of the sport, right? Let's check the answers. So here we are. Letter A, scuba diving, the preposition is under. All right? And letter B, you say to move through the water. And the sport here is swimming. So you move through the water, it's swimming. Letter C, you hit a ball over a net. And the name of the sport is volleyball. The preposition is over, you see? And the sport is volleyball. Letter D, you complete with the preposition around. So you say run around the bases. And the sport here is the baseball, right? And letter E, the last one, you complete with the preposition into because you kick the ball into a goal. And the sport for letter E is soccer, right? So don't forget, our next slide, you're going to present the sport with the sports equipment necessary to practice and how to play the game, giving the instructions. And then your classmates are going to try to discover, to guess the name of the sport you are talking about, right? When it is your birthday, what do you do on your birthday? What do you like doing together with the family, friends? Do you celebrate your birthday with a cake and a party? What do you think about doing on your birthday? How do you enjoy your birthday? Do you think of a trip? Do you prefer to travel with the family or friends instead of a party, a big party? This is Laura's email, and she is writing to her friends, and this is an invitation to celebrate her birthday. She had a very different idea. Pay attention to Laura's email. Dear all, it's my 30th birthday in April, and I've decided to do something really different. So I'm writing to see if any of you want to join me on my adventure. You all know how I adore driving, especially at high speed. Well, for the first time ever, I'm going to Las Vegas. No, not to drive around the casinos. I hate gambling. I've chosen Vegas because they have an awesome racetrack there. Check it out on the website. So, who'd like to come with me? There's so much other stuff to do in Vegas too. If you'd prefer to catch a show, stay at the hotel and just swim and relax. Get a helicopter across the desert to the Grand Canyon or go to the casinos, whatever, that's fine. If you prefer watching me driving yourself, that's fine too. But I really hope you all agree to come. Oh, and remember what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So don't forget to message me soon to let me know if you can make it. Lots of love, Laura. So what do you think about Laura's idea for celebrating her birthday? Would you go with her? Would you join her on this adventure? Racing in Vegas. Do you like the idea? So, take a look at these photos. Here are photos about Las Vegas. Remember that Laura mentions that she wants to go to Las Vegas to celebrate her birthday and go racing, right? But what about some facts that you know about this city? Las Vegas is the biggest city in Nevada. Nevada is a state in the United States, right? But what else do you know about Las Vegas? Do you remember any movie that you have watched? Do you remember any movie that was in Las Vegas? Take a look at the pictures. The first one. What can you do there in Las Vegas for fun? You can watch a show, visit the city, right? Practice sports like go racing. There are special tracks for racing there, right? There is also a wedding chapel that you can marry, or you can do what most people do there, that is play games in the casino, right? And have lots of fun. But what about Laura? What does she want to do there in Las Vegas? Remember, she wants to celebrate her birthday in a very special situation, right? Practicing sport, go racing, and have fun with her friends there, right? In this exercise, you're going to listen, and now you're going to pay attention to the sentences from numbers 1 to 5 and write down here if they are true or false. So do you remember what Laura was talking about? She decided to go to Las Vegas to celebrate her birthday, right? So which of the activities she suggests would you prefer to do? Number 1. Laura loves driving, particularly when she can go fast. Is it true or false? Number 2. She chose Las Vegas because there are great hotels and shows. Is it true or false? According to what Laura said. Number 3. After driving with Laura, her friends can all do what they want. 4. She says she'd prefer her friends to go driving with her than stay at the hotel. And number 5, she tells her friends to look at the hotel website. So let's check the answers. Number 1, it is true. Laura loves driving, particularly when she can go fast, right? And number 2, she chose Las Vegas because there are great hotels and shows. Not at all. Remember that she chose Las Vegas because of the tracks, the race tracks, right? So it's false, number 2. Number 3, after driving with Laura, her friends can all do what they want. This is false because Laura mentions they can do whatever they want, right? She says she'd prefer her friends to go driving with her than stay at the hotel. No, no way. It is false, because she says that she wants them to have fun there the way they like, going to casinos, right? And number 5, it is true. She tells her friend to look at the hotel website. Right? Take a look at Laura's email again. But right now, pay attention to the verb structure. So, the first one here, I've decided to do. The verb right after the verb decide used here is in the infinitive. To plus the verb, right? Infinitive for. Another, I'm writing to see, alright? After a verb in the gerund, remember, we use the infinitive. We don't use two verbs in the gerund, right? Another verb here, want to join me. Want to is infinitive form. The verb decide, the verb want, alright? We need to use the verb in the infinitive form. Now take a look at the verb adore. I adore driving. After the verb adore, I use the ing form in the verb, right? The verb hate now. Pay attention. Hate means the opposite of love, okay? When you hate, you don't like, can't stand, you can't tolerate. And Laura's opinion about casino, she says that she doesn't like playing games. She doesn't like gambling. So the verb gamble means to play, right? In the sense that we talk about play video games. After the verb hate, you are using here the verb in the gerund, in the ing form. Okay? Continue here in the second paragraph. We have the expression who'd like to come with me? Who'd like? Contraction of would. The expression would like we also use infinitive followed by to plus the verb, right? So you say, I'd like to travel. I'd like to go with you, right? And going ahead, we have another verb here that is prefer to catch a show. So if you use the verb prefer, remember to use the verb in the infinitive form, to plus the verb, right? And then we have, if you prefer watching, you see? So the verb prefer can be used together with the verb in the infinitive or with the verb in the ing form. So you say, if you prefer watching me, you see? After prefer, using the ing form of the verb. To finish the last paragraph, we have the verb hope you all agree to come. So after the verb agree, we use the infinitive to come, right? Don't forget to message me. After the verb forget, we use the verb in the infinitive form to message me, right? Let's go ahead. Now it's time for grammar practice, right? Complete the grammar box here with the highlighted words from the email in letter B. In exercise B. Some verbs combine with a gerund, the ing form of the verb. Others combine with the infinitive, and some verbs combine with both. Examples. Which are the verbs with the gerund? We have the verb dislike, enjoy, finish, keep, practice, quit. After these verbs, we use the verb with the gerund, right? When we have the structural verb with the infinitive, we have the verbs ask, choose, expect, hope, complete with the others. And when we have both, begin, continue, hate, like, love, start, which are the verbs can you complete here? So let's check. The answer is, so let's check. Here are the answers. Verb plus the gerund. We use after adore, dislike, enjoy, finish, keep, practice, and quit, right? So after these verbs, remember to use the verb in the ing form in the gerund, right? The second one, the verb plus infinitive, is used after agree, ask, decide, choose, expect, forget, hope, and want. After these verbs, we use the verb in the infinitive form, right? And after these verbs begin, continue, hate, like, love, prefer, and start. After them, we use the verb in the infinitive or in the gerund. We can use both, right? Attention to the common mistakes. Remember, after decide, we use the infinitive with to plus the verb. So pay attention to the example. I decided to do something, right? And after the verb forget and insist, we use these verbs correctly, right? You say, don't forget to call me later, infinitive. Never, don't forget calling me, right? They insisted on paying, not they insisted to pay, alright? So, complete Jack's reply using the verbs come, drive, gamble, invite, meet, and stay. Complete the short paragraph. So let's check the answers. After the verb enjoy, how do you complete Jack's email? Hi Laura, it's Jack. What a great idea for your birthday. I really enjoy driving too, right? After the verb enjoy, we use the verb in the ing form in the gerund. Continue, we have the verb love in the expression I'd love, and we use the infinitive to come, right? The same way for the verb agree. So you say she's agreed us in Vegas. So you use here she's agreed to meet us in Vegas, right? Infinitive. Continue. She's decided to come a day later than me, right? Again, after the verb decide, I use infinitive to plus the verb, right? The next one I say she doesn't want to drive. You see? So after the verb want, we use the infinitive to drive. But she adores gambling. After the verb adore, the same way as enjoy, we use the verb in the ing form, in the gerund. I hope she doesn't lose all Laura's savings, right? So she wants to stay at a hotel while we go. After wants, again here the same way as the previous sentence, we use the verb in the infinitive. And to finish, the expression I'd like to or I'd love to, we are using the infinitive. So I complete with the verb invite. And then I say, we'd like to invite you for a helicopter trip. Alright? And to finish here in the last part of the paragraph, pay attention to the verb insist. We have insist on flying it. After the preposition on, pay attention to the verb structure that we are using here. The verb is in the gerund, in the ing form. Okay? So let's check the answers by listening to the audio. Attention.
Hi, Laura. It's Jack. What a great idea for your birthday. I really enjoy driving too, so of course I'd love to come with you to the racetrack. It looks amazing. I've talked to Margot and she's agreed to meet us in Vegas. She's decided to come a day later than me as she doesn't want to drive. But she adores gambling. I hope she doesn't lose all our savings. So she wants to stay at a hotel while we go. So we're coming! Yay! P.S. As a birthday present, we'd like to invite you for a helicopter trip. As long as you don't insist on flying it.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's practice a little. Take a look at this exercise. You're going to circle the correct form. Attention and check if you're using the verb in the infinitive, to plus the verb, or in the ing form in the gerund, right? So let's check.
You look nervous, Liz. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just that I have this job interview tomorrow for the sports instructor job, and I'm a little nervous. Can uh, can I practice interviewing with you?
Sure, I guess. So, Liz, why did you decide to be a sports instructor?
Okay, so first, I really enjoy working out, and second, I want to help other people get in shape. I think health and fitness are very important.
Good answer. Okay, next question. Why would you like to join our team?
Well, I know that you have very good facilities here, and I hope to learn a lot about the business.
Okay, great. A personal question now. What's the most difficult thing you have ever done?
Um, I don't know. Oh, I quit smoking 3 years ago. That was very difficult. My boyfriend agreed to quit smoking with me, but he couldn't do it. He still smokes, stupid him.
Thanks. Okay, final question. What kind of salary are you expecting?
Oh, well, I've done some research and I expect to make between $26,000 and $30,000.
Liz, you sounded very confident. You're going to do great. Just don't forget to relax.
So let's check the answers. Here we have. You say, can I practice interviewing in the German? And then you say, decided to be, right? Infinitive. Enjoy working out. After enjoy, remember, gerund, ing form. Next, we have the verb want to help. I want to help. I want to help, right? Infinitive verb. And then we have the question, why would you like to join the expression with would like to, the verb in the infinitive form, right? Continue, we have the verb hope. After hope, we use the infinitive to learn, right? And after the verb quit, we use the verb in the ing form. So you say, I quit smoking, talking about things that you stopped doing, right? That you gave up. And we have the verb agree. I say my boyfriend agreed to quit. Infinitive verb after agree, right? The same way for the verb expect. You use infinitive. I expect to make, right? And the last one, don't forget to relax. After the expression, after the verb forget, we use the verb in the infinitive form, right? Did you get it?